They call it the Mashemeji Derby at the Nyayo National Stadium. But make no mistake about it, today there will be no family dinner. There will only be Green Pride versus Blue Glory. It's GORMAHIA vs AFC Leopards, and Kenya's oldest rivalry begins now at the National Stadium, with a number of fans who have already come in to fill in the stadium to capacity, having arrived early in the morning today to secure their slots, just to be able to partake to the 99th edition of the Mashemeji Derby. Nowhere else in Africa is it as big as it is, rivaling only the Soweto Derby and most likely the North African Derby of the Moroccan teams and the Egyptian teams as well. You play in the derby, you've got to give your best for your side, and that is the general expectation today. Very calm demeanor of the referees, Peter Oweru Kamaku and Gilbert Cheruiyot and Elizabeth Njoroge, together with Josephine Wanjiko, the ones who take care of today's game. For the players, it doesn't get more intense than it does when it comes to the derby. Sami Jogo Onyango still holds the record of scoring the highest number of goals in the derby, and sometimes with very, very interesting for GORMAHIA and FC Leopards as well, and scoring against each other, and at one point earning the wrath of the Leopards fans for that against the Leopards team. For calm in this game today, but they have made it as big as it should. The Mashemeji Derby in Nairobi, Kenya, at the Nyayo National Stadium. So for the next 90 minutes, you forget everything else. This is GORMAHIA, this is AFC Leopards, this is the Mashemeji Derby, and this is the lineup. Humphrey Katasi will be in goal with Ojok, Mbaja and Emmanuel Luangu in defense. Casey Odhiambo will be up in the midfield together with Musa Undo and that very exciting youngster James Kinyanchui. Then up front, Boniface Kweyu. Senyonjo, who still has the record for the highest number of goals for the Leopards, will be up at the front together with Tyson Otieno and Ronald Shichenje Bebeto. And AFCON as well. He's got the experience that is needed in a game like this. He's a mathematics lecturer at JKUAT and a professor for that as well. As for GORMAHIA, they made two changes today. Brian Omondi comes back into goal. Onyona is in defense together with Paulo Chuoga and Mike Kibuage. And then Franco Odhiambo, Enoch Morrison and Alfred Onyango will marshal the midfield. Up front they've got Sharif Musa and Patrick Esombe making a first team place today. Ebenezer Adukwa and Jackson Duang to try and get the goals for them. In history, especially for the Leopard side, on whether they have been able. Charles O'Connor is guiding them to it. Himself turned up for Ghana, turned up for Wolfsburg in Germany. And might come level on points with the leaders as well. The goal difference is probably the only thing that will separate them at that point. They will see whether mathematical chances and slip-ups in the remaining few rounds will help them along. Wow, we are into it then. The 99th edition of the Mashemeji Derby, the Derby of the in-laws, is on at the Nyayo National Stadium. With the Leopards on the right of your screens, GORMAHIA currently with possession, playing from left to right with Kibuage being the one to push the ball forward. And a big run into the box. Well, a touch on the striker. This ball will go off the field of play, having been pushed by Ebenezer as Katasi was advancing. I think a man to make the decision. Down onto the flank he does. Some control that comes off the left shoulder. Quick interception by the captain, sends it out for a corner. Patrick Esombe, the Cameroonian international, had already beaten Casey here, but just didn't have the touch to get him into the box here. And Casey does the right thing to push the ball off the field of play for a corner. And that's it. Alfred Onyango has pushed it into the midfield and into the box here, and then the attempt to lob it over the goalkeeper. It comes up to one of the best goalkeepers in the country at the moment. And Katasi swings into action and pushes the ball off the field of play in a one-on-one. The best of chances that could all have ever come to you. Sharif again with a long one out on the right side to Esombe, who this time round had been left with the goalkeeper alone, and again Katasi lives up to the expectations, stretches himself nicely to Stin. But he's also wondering why he was left alone here. It's perfectly legal run by Esombe here. The captain knew that he had been beaten to it and couldn't touch him. So Esombe had the option now of trying to beat the goalkeeper. But Katasi had the option of saving the Leopards, and he does. Good play from the Cameroonian. Good play from the goalkeeper, Humphrey Katasi. Again, good pick in the midfield by Samuel Senyonjo. He's the man who's leading in the goal scoring on the Leopard side. On the left side, and again looking for a chance to go for goal here. The option comes on the right side. It was pretty obvious that Duang wanted it to go in that direction, and they almost put it in their own net. Enough people going for it. Katasi saves the day again. The safest pair of hands in the league. And in one game today, not once, not twice, not 3 times. This is the 5th time now. Duang motions here to move on to the right side. It's cut back, it almost goes into the net, courtesy of Boniface Kweyu. And then the attempt to put it in, yes, that's what the derby is like. The cutback. Katasi almost leaving it, thinking it has gone in. Esombe, Edukwa rather, tries to put it into the net, and an easy take by the goalkeeper here. Well, for the Leopards, it's a moment of happiness through those saves, but also a moment of bound to be an injury of some sort here. If as Munyendo Kweyu there who plays it out to Musra Undo, they have a chance now to bring it across if they wanted to, but they're looking at a better way of doing it and are keeping touch with it. Shichenje was waiting and asking for this ball all along on that left side. Well, they're being pushed off the penalty area, but they got by your side. Oops, something happened here that the referee noticed. Probably Morrison, in an attempt to try and turn, could have swung his hands. They try to make it that it's just part of the motion. You have a chance to see it again here. Well, it didn't go to the face either. And that's a little bit of play acting there. I wonder what the 4th official is just Wanjiko arrangement. The Leopards are looking at this as probably a last-minute chance to try and change stuff. Casey, Bondi, and Jet tries to lift it towards the goal area. No one to touch it towards the net. And now the Leopards fans win that the GORMAHIA go into the net. But that will be the story of this game. And of all the people who got there, Musra Undo did, but a shade too late that he arrives at the scene. Just a shade too late. Scoreline at halftime is 0-0. The number of chances that have been missed are more on the GORMAHIA side. The less on the side didn't seem to be anywhere in the midfield. And seemed to be the slower of the two sides. Here is Sharif is cutting through, trying to go past, intercepted by Casey, who's picked up the loose ball. Oh, that would be a foul right in front of the referee, and a card for sure. And he's pretty annoyed about his forwards who didn't follow the ball at that loss, and he seems to insist that he did that deliberately, taking one for the team. So a good ball down on the left side for the Leopards. They have too many in the box who are waiting for it. The defense rallying to try and close it out. Ultimately, it comes in, looking for a chance for a shot towards goal here. Again, it's pushed out by the GORMAHIA defenders. This is Musra Undo. And is brought down, catches something on his way from the captain, who was desperately trying to get onto that ball. Well, you be the judge of that one. The captain doesn't believe that the referee can fall for that. Very, very good position. Oh, it's too high up. It's too high up. The captain is not very up, and neither are. Whether that will change anything for the GORMAHIA side remains to be seen. But Asifwa with the first shot that tests Ketasi, and he picks it up the second time after it has come off his hands. On the very quick interception and a shot towards goal that goes off the field of play behind the defenders where no one was expecting it to be at. The GORMAHIA fans forced into for the Leopards as well. It's the GORMAHIA fans have immortalized their original patron, Odinga, who passed on recently. They have kept his memory, and it's no wonder he's preferred for such big games like the derby. But Sharif then picks up this one. Asifwa intercepted it, but his second touch is always letting him down. This again through ball to Asifwa. He's made his way into the box, goes for a shot that is deflected out for a corner. And Emmanuel Luangu flings himself in front of that intended shot and blocks it off, knowing just how dangerous that was going to be. And you see the power of that ball, twists his boot a bit. That just tells you how hard it was being hit by, and some rest on the bench. Well, that's the very first touch of the ball, and a chance for a shot, and the GORMAHIA side draw the first blood through the captain, Alfred Onyango. Well, just one moment of blinking, and Alfred Onyango will change the statistics of this game in the 82nd minute, playing the 83rd. Well, Katasi will be comforting his defenders. They just forgot to mark the two players who were waiting for the ball in the box when the cross came in. And Alfred Onyango bided his time and looked at where he was going to take the ball. Has set off a celebration from the green side of the stadium and dampened the mood from the blue side of it. Goals is GORMAHIA 1 and the Leopards nil in the 82nd minute. They just didn't clear it on time, and by the time it was being picked up and in brought in across, Alpha brings it down and then pushes it on the left boot after Brighton Onyona had done the work. In the midst of everything else, Katasi couldn't have gotten to that one. You cannot blame him. You can only congratulate the captain of the GORMAHIA side. And they've really labored for it. They know it as well. It's out on the right side with Victor Otieno tries to bring it across. And Capen with a very big clearance. That's the final whistle that has come from the center referee, Peter Waweru Kamaku. The GORMAHIA side has revenged the loss in the first leg to the Leopards, extending the statistics of the derby between the two to 99 matches. GORMAHIA winning 35 of them in all competitions. And again, changing the statistic of the last time that FC Leopards beat GORMAHIA home and away. That would have been a confidence and morale booster for the Leopard side had they won today. But for GORMAHIA, now scored against both sides in the derby. The only hat-trick